Welcome to the Idiot's Guide. I'm Mackie Hall, and today we're going to be talking about scratch line text in Adobe Illustrator. This is a great effect because it allows us to give letter shapes a look that's completely unique to what we want. This is also a very, very easy effect to do, so let's show you. Let's get on with it.
Before we get started, notice that we're using the Essentials layout and we're using Smart Guides. A key component in the scratch text effect is selecting the right typeface. The right typeface is a typeface that has a uniform width all the way through. The first example is Nano Regular. You can get that from Pixel Surplus for a free download. Next is Proxima Nova. That comes standard on almost any Mac or PC. If you do not happen to have it, you can just surf the web. It's available for free download almost anywhere. Finally, there's Bebas Neue. That's available for free download from fontsquirrel.com. The design that we are going to do is based on Bebas Neue, and it is the Seoul Spa Resort. Let's build it. We'll create a new document. The document will have a width of 1,000 points and a height of 1,000 points. Let's make sure the color mode is RGB. Let's start by creating a black background. We do this by selecting a rectangle tool, clicking on the top left corner, and dragging down to the bottom right corner just like that. We'll change our fill to black and our stroke to transparent. From there, we'll select Object, Lock Selection. We do this to ensure that we've got a black background that we can't move. Next, we'll select our typeface. We'll click on our type tool, click anywhere on the screen, and write Seoul. We'll select all of our type and select Bebas from the type menu. Next, we'll set our type size to 300. Change our stroke color to white and our fill to transparent. Once we've done that, we'll grab our select tool, click on our type, and we'll center it horizontally and vertically. Next, we'll create outlines. And then we'll trim off the end line of any type with an end, just like this. Next, we'll grab our select tool, we'll select all of our type, right click on our type, select ungroup. Then we'll right click on our type one more time, we'll select release compound paths. When we selected release compound path, that set all the type lines as individual lines, so now they're not related to each other. Next step, let's create our lines. Let's zoom in a little bit before we start. The way we do that is we select our blend tool and click on the end lines of our S, U, and L. The O is a little bit different. I'll show you how to do that as well. Once we've done that, we double click on the blend tool and we change the spacing from smooth colors to specified steps. We'll select preview and we'll change the steps to 3. We'll do that for the U and the L as well. For a closed shape like the O, we want to select our shape so we can see our anchor points and then click on the matching anchor points from the inside shape to the outside shape. Once we're done with that, let's select our entire type shape and let's expand our lines. We'll select our stroke window. If you don't see that, go to Window, Stroke. We'll increase the weight of our lines to 4 points. We'll then round our caps and corners. And we've got our shape. Next thing we want to do is we want to expand the stroke paths twice. The first time is so that the blend lines become stroke lines, and then the second time is so that the stroke lines actually become filled shapes. Let's do it. We'll select Object, Expand. Notice what happens to our blend lines. They're actually stroke lines now. Go Object, Expand one more time, and watch how our stroke lines become filled lines. The reason we do that is so that we've got more flexibility in how we want to color our type, and so that the final art can be more easily scalable. Basically, we won't have to worry about scaling strokes. One miss on that and you've blown the shape. Let's add some type underneath and finish the logo. Let's select our type tool. Let's change our type size to 46. Let's click anywhere underneath Seoul, and let's write Spa Resort. We'll select our type, and we'll change our fill to white and our stroke to transparent. Next, we'll grab our select tool and we'll drag our type over so that it left justifies with the S in Seoul. We'll arrow it down until we get the right distance. We'll then select our type tool. If you don't see that, you can go to Window, Type, and then select Character. From there, let's increase our tracking to 680. We'll click off of it, and we've got the look we're going for. Let's add some color to it. Let's right-click on our type and select Create Outlines. Next, we'll select Seoul and Spa Resort. Let's make sure our fill is selected, and then let's double-click on our gradient tool. Once we've done that, let's click on the default gradient. Once we've got that, let's change the color of our gradient before mapping it out. We'll double-click on our white, select RGB, and let's select gold. That's pretty close right there. Then we'll double-click on our black, change to RGB once again, and let's select a blue. That's pretty good right there. Next, with our gradient tool and all of our types selected, we are going to click between Seoul and Spa Resort, hold our shift key so we've got a vertical drag, then drag up until we've got the look we desire. Grab our select tool, click off of it, and that looks good. We've got two more steps. First is we will drag across Seoul and Spa Resort. We'll group our object. Next, we'll make the entire page visible. Once again, center it horizontally and vertically. Click off of our piece, and we are all done.
So there you have it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, throw me a like. I'd really appreciate it. In addition to that, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that too. We'll see you next time. See you.